Hi, my name is Doug, and I'm an Uber driver. I've been an Uber driver for about a month now, and I'm not sure why I joined at first. I just thought it'd be a great way to revisit my city that I haven't been in 30 years and kind of learn the land. And today I found a reason why I became an Uber driver. I had a call to the hospital to pick somebody up, so I thought maybe it was a doctor or perhaps a nurse getting off shift, and I couldn't find the rider at the front of the hospital. And the phone rang, and it was the sister of the boy the young man I was supposed to pick up. And he was over in the emergency side. She said the emergency room. So I went around the hospital, found the emergency room, and there he was, Robert, standing there on the corner, or hunched over. He was in a lot of pain. It wasn't easy for him. He was busted up, and he came into the car, and I just welcomed him and said, "Dude, what's wrong? What's wrong? What happened?" And then I said, "Oh, wait, that's really not my business to know. Just please, kick back, relax, and I'll get you home safely." And then he said to me, without any emotion or fanfare or anything, he just said, "Well, sir, I tried to kill myself today." "Wow," I said. "Really?" He said, "Yeah, I've been sober 6 years, and I'm doing great, and I have a job to look forward to, and I really have worked hard to get back to where I'm at. I have no idea, none, why today I just had to go get the needles from one place, the drugs from another, and then drive back to my apartment, where I injected myself with a gram of liquid cocaine and followed it 2 minutes later with another." He said he wanted to die happy. I thought, no one's here to pick him up. No one's here to support this man who just tried to take his life. I felt okay for me to try and be his friend. And he said it made him afraid, not knowing why he acted out. And I said, "Robert, I don't see you as afraid at all, afraid of anything. I mean, you just told me you tried to take your life. I mean, you're fearless. You are fearless. You are so strong. There's nothing that could possibly take you down in this world. Why are you taking yourself down? You're fearless." You never saw it that way before. And I said, "You said that 6 years ago you had been incarcerated for something you had done, something horrible, but you did your time, and you did your time sober, and now I think you're wearing this hoodie of guilt, and you're cast down, you're not looking around in the world, and who wouldn't like the world? I wouldn't like it. It's horrible like that. You need to take off this hoodie. Stand in the sun. Be bold. Show people that you are a fearless person. Show them the person you wanted to be." And he thought about it. Makes sense. And I said, "I got one last thing for you. I mean, we're approaching your apartment, and my regular job before I was an Uber driver was for director of choreography for the opening and closing ceremonies for the Olympic Games. I've done 7. And the last one I did was Sochi for the Paralympic Games in Russia. Paralympians are people who are sight challenged or physically challenged. And I told them that I wanted to honor them in the show without having to go, 'Oh my God, you do all that in a wheelchair. How cool. How wrong would that be?' So I wanted to show the world, us, not the athletes, what the athletes prepare to do every day just to get up to go to meet us on the line where we already stand. And so I built one word, Robert, I told him, on the field, 40 yards long and 10 yards high, in English, but in Russia, I spelt impossible. And I raised that up in the air about 100 feet, 50 feet. And then I had it man in a wheelchair from Russia, Alexei. A Paralympian medal winner for adaptive rowing. 5 years before, he had his legs blown off in the war. He comes in with no legs on a wheelchair, and he wheels down the entire length of that word, and he wheels back, and I drop a rope between the first two letters, and this man, with his hands only, climbs, using his hands, 50 feet in the air, where he gets the last piece of the puzzle, and he puts an apostrophe in place in the word, and impossible turns into I'm possible. And Robert goes, I get it. We got there to his place, and there was no one there to greet him. And I said, I'm happy to turn this phone off and come up and have a coffee or just talk, or if you want anything. If you don't feel like you want to be alone right now, I'm here. He said, I'm okay, Doug. I'm really tired. I'm going to go and have some sleep. And he was going back to the same place where he almost took his life 24 hours earlier. And so I told him to go gently. He liked that a lot. And I wished him well, and he got his phone number. And as I was driving away, I sent him a text with the URL from my YouTube video of the Sochi Paralympic ceremony. And he writes back, thank you, my friend. I start my journey with another chance to prove myself. Thanks for everything, and good night. I had a pretty good night last night. Robert, go gently. You're going to be fine.